Friends, when we speak of human rights issues, one of the most abused human right in this world, by and large, is in reference to children. It is the human rights of the children that are being abused largely in this world. This is applicable more so in underdeveloped countries and in the developing countries. However, in developed countries, to some extent this has been controlled. India is no different because we are still a developing country. So the abuse of rights of the children is a major concern. And India is a permanent member of United Nations. It is a signatory to the United Nations Convention on Protection of the Rights of the Children. So therefore, I wish to put before some of the important points on which we as a country should focus in regard to the rights of the children. The first and paramount right that we should concentrate is on the very survival of the child. Healthy survival of the child. So this healthy survival of the child begins from the conception, from the time of pregnancy. So right from the woman is pregnant, so her health should be of a prime concern to the government. So providing nutritious food, providing timely treatment, timely checkup through government medium of medical care is very important, because India is a country where not all women, all pregnant women are in a position to hire, they purchase the services of private multi-specialty hospitals. Even till today, 70% of the population, 60 to 70% of the population live in rural and semi-urban area, and therefore the medical facilities need to be concentrated. The pregnant woman's health need to be concentrated. Only when pregnant woman's health is being concentrated, then the survival of the child becomes meaningful. So the death rates of children during pregnancy, before birth, and immediately after birth, after 6 months or 1 year, because of various health ailments, including malnutrition, lack of proper medical care, which is predominant in India. So this needs to be looked into. Then the life of the child is very important. After the survival, it is the healthy development of the life. This is very important. So once healthy development of the child is focused upon, then comes the protection of the children, the protection from the abuse, the protection from the violence, the protection from the negligence, and the protection from physical and sexual abuse. This is very, very, very important. First thing is the survival. Second thing is the protection. And then once the child is in a position to manage itself, then comes the participation. So we must allow the child to participate freely. So participation in what? Participation in social activities. That is like speech, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, freedom of contention. So these are all the participation, freedom to participate in learning things. Prior to school, freedom to participate in learning things, in seeing things. So this becomes very, very, very important. So the association in this context, in this development context, it is the parents, it is the family, it is the society that should be more responsible. So to achieve the participation of the child in the society, so as to make the child a complete developed child. So, the efforts of the government, the efforts of the parents, and the involvement of the societal members, the people. These are the three major things. First is the survival, the second thing is the protection of the child, and the third thing is the development, and then the education. So the education, we already have a Right to Education Act, right to education, right to compulsory education, in fact, that can be called as the right to compulsory education. So this has to be ensured. How this can be ensured? All said and done, the private, every instruction from the government till today, the private schools are not actually participating in right to education. They have found out various means and methods not to encourage the right to education of the economically weaker section. So this has to be looked into by the government very seriously. Alternatively, the government should also make the standard of the government schools in equivalent to private schools. So when can the child go to study in a government school until unless there is the quality of the education? The quality of the education is met with the highest standards. That is to say, we must have good environment in the school, good teaching staff, good play area where the child can participate, it can play, it can express its opinion, it can interact, it can freely learn. So such a situation should be made, such a situation should be created, such an environment for the overall development of the child need to be created. So until these four criteria are met, that is right to survival, right to protection, right to participation, and right to development. Until all these four criteria are met, so these can be met only with the participation of only with the focus of the government and its agencies, and with the support of the society members. This can be achieved. So with this, we can ensure that the child rights are protected. So right now we have in the document, we have the law, but it has to be implemented. This is where the government should focus on.